shape your future is to take the destiny into your own hand and to participate in the institutions of democracy and the processes of democracy. So in endorsing this program, I am honored to be here. The Vice-Chancellor sends his support, so does the senior executive team. We are here to support you. We are here to be of assistance if there is a need. But we are also here to join hands with you in working together, especially in this our 100th year, to reaffirm our commitments. And I think this is part of what today is about. It's part of student leaders at this great institution saying, we have seen what the past have done. We have seen what student leaders before us have done. The 2015 and 16 generations, the 76 generations. And we are at this moment, in our 100th year, we are recommitting ourselves to democracy, to human rights, and to Wits being for good. So thank you for this and all the best for the rest of the week, Madam Deputy President and your team. Wonderful initiative, and I hope that even greater numbers of students will turn out, but that this will be the seed that is sown here today, and that over time the plants will start going up. And as you look back on your own legacies, that you will see this day as part of what you have built, one step at a time. All the best and welcome.
Thank you so much for the message of support, Dean. Without wasting any time, I'd like to call upon the second person who will be giving us a message of support. And most of you might be quite familiar with this face. And it is nobody else, none other than the beautiful, the gorgeous former Miss SA, who is also an education activist, Musintando Kunene.
Good afternoon to all our distinguished guests from the IEC, to all our Wits representatives and all the students that are here. I can't believe I'm back here. It's been so long. It felt so weird walking through here, but it's been such a beautiful journey to see that I started as a first-year student, and 7, 8 years later, I'm back speaking on such platforms. It's just a growth that I had acknowledged for myself. Today is about us. We know that, right? It's about all of us sitting here. It's about the contribution that we make into society. Standing before you today is a product of 1956, a product of 1967, a product of 1994. There's nothing that breaks my heart more than hearing young people proudly boasting about not wanting to vote as if we are not living under the votes of our forefathers. This is an act we should absolutely shy upon, and it is not. Voting for me is an expression of understanding what it means to have the privilege of having a say and being counted. It is the loudest decision I make in silence. Voting for me means being responsible for my future, understanding that I have basic needs, and it means that I understand the value of my currency, the system of my education and health. Every election that we go into as a country is determined by the people that show up. And when the future generation of South Africa does not show up, it's a call for concern. You then ask yourself, are we not the beautiful ones that are supposed to enjoy the fruits of the struggle? When the women of 1956 marched to the union buildings, it gave me the opportunity to be here, to be heard, and be valued for my opinion. In 1976, the Soweto uprising, young people collectively fought for something. I'm making references to all these milestones because at some point we need to understand that we are under the shade of those trees that were planted then. NgesiZulu sithi, umuntu uhleli emthunzini wesihlahla angazange asitshale. So now we need to ask ourselves, what kind of trees are we planting today? It's the most selfish act that we can do as a generation if we decide not to vote, because we are saying that all those efforts have gone to nothing. We need to ask ourselves a big question. What seed are we planting for the great ones that are yet to come? In my understanding, the future means tomorrow. It means that something that is still coming. We are our forefathers' dream. When they spoke about the future of South Africa, they were talking about us sitting here in these institutions, having access to the information that we have access to. If we do not flood the voting stations to make decisions simply because to make decisions, then it means we cannot complain about the state of the country when we have not actively participated in it. When I hear a young person saying, I don't want to vote, in my head I'm like, it's more like a hungry person refusing to eat because they do not like what is served. It is the future generation of this country. If the future generation of this country does not accept the responsibility of influencing who runs the country, then we can say that the beautiful ones have not been born. I do hear many of us in our social circles, we might not say it in public, Oguti, when we go to vote, but who do we vote for? Granted, it is a question that we ask ourselves. But does that mean that we have to absolve ourselves of voting, period, without even possibly sitting down, doing our homework and finding out on the ballot paper which party has these certain characteristics that I'm looking for in my future? I'm a teacher by profession, so I'm going to leave you with a bit of homework. So the next time you go into the polls, think about more of what is in there. What speaks to your future? What speaks to the life that you want to live for your children as well? If that fails, guys, I think that's another thing we need to understand. We live in a democratic country. If all fails and you feel that everyone on the ballot paper does not speak to what you want, we live in a country where you can actually start your own. If we don't understand what a single cross means, then we cannot be regarded to be a lost and unappreciative generation, and we do not care for the great ones that are still to come after us. By voting, we are building a culture of people and us actively going out. We are building a culture 20, 30 years from now. I was having a conversation with Lisego, and that's what we were talking about, that today is a seed. We are planting something. We are planting that young people, we need to know the importance of having our X written, the importance of understanding that our vote is important and it shapes the lives that we want to live. And I just want to commend you as well on such an initiative that is so important. Education, voter education, is something that will change the trajectory of our country, the country that we all love so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ntando. Those were beautiful words. But I think one thing that she said that set at home to me was when she said that there's nothing as painful as hearing young people boast about not voting. You know, here at VETS, we even know during SRC elections, you'll ask a student, have you voted? What is the response? I minang vote. And I think if we do that at such a level of the institution, imagine the impact that it has at a national level. Imagine if the entire youth that says, I minang vote. 2024 comes and the youth says, I minang vote. Do you think we'll see any change as a country? So do you see what that means? If we as the youth decide that we abstain from voting, it simply means that we are comfortable with our country becoming shackles. It simply means that we are comfortable with our country not developing. So we should be able to understand that as the youth, the power is with us and the power belongs to us. And the greatest tool for transformation is by us voting. All right. What did we say our slogan is again? What is our slogan? The power of the youth? The power of the youth? I'm glad we all still remember. Up next, I'm going to call Ms. Mukhaisi Sibanda, who is the General Manager of CDE RKM. She'll further elaborate on that. So they are going to do an IEC presentation, which is the main reason why we're here today. So before I waste any time, I would like us to give a round of applause for Ms. Sibanda. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Program Director. The name is Mukhaisi Sibanda. It means peacemaker, somebody who brings people together. So that's what my name means. But thank you very much for this opportunity. My role here is to introduce to you our mascot, Voda. Voda is our civic and democracy education mascot at the IEC. and we're going to play an animation right now where he'll be demonstrating our call to action that is part of this campaign, which is how to register online.
Meet Vota. Vota just turned 16, so Vota can register to vote. But the idea of this, and this, and this makes Vota want to do this. But wait, there is an easier way. To register to vote, all you need is one of these, and to follow these 5 easy steps. Step 1. Go to registertovote.elections.org.za. Step 2. Enter your name and surname, contact details. Step 3. Fill in your address. Step 4. Upload a photo or file of your SAID. Step 5. Insert the one-time PIN sent to you. You will receive a message that you are registered to vote within 24 hours. So easy and convenient. Register online to vote. It's in your hands. Your vote is your voice. Choose your government.
Thank you. So that's the very easy and convenient way in which you will be able to register on the voters roll if you haven't already. I hope many of you who are here already have, but if you haven't, that is the simple way to do it. The next animation that we're going to play, now that you've seen the how-to, we want to inspire you on why it's important for you to vote. So I will give it up to Vota once again to tell us why your vote matters.
Hey, have you registered to vote? I know what you're thinking. My vote doesn't matter. It's just a waste of time. But every vote counts. When everyone in the community votes, we can make a difference together. Register to vote in this year's elections, where your voice can be heard. Go to a voting station during the voter registration weekend, as organized by the Electoral Commission before proclamation, or at your nearest local IEC office, weekdays during office hours. It's in your hands. Make it count. Register to vote.
Thank you. So your vote matters. Every voice together is our slogan. And all of us, every single one vote does matter. Never feel that yours won't count and won't make a difference. It will. It certainly, if you're not counted and you're not voting, then you will definitely can say that mine hasn't mattered because you wouldn't have exercised that right. It is Human Rights Month. We celebrated Human Rights Day yesterday on Sunday, and the holiday was yesterday. It was a reminder that voting is indeed your human right and is important for you to exercise. Just to share with you what we'll be doing this week, today is our launch event for our tertiary institutions civic and democracy education and voter registration campaign that is going worldwide, as the CEO will have said earlier. Not worldwide, sorry, countrywide. We wish it could go worldwide. Countrywide from March up to September. So this is our kickstart event. Just behind you there, you'll see our colleagues have set up camp. They will be here doing face-to-face engagement with students for the rest of the week up until Friday. And you'll also be able to register to vote. They can help you to register to vote online, show you on your own device or on our laptops there. Also using our voter management device, which we were using for the first time, as some of you may remember, in the last election. So we are here with this presence the whole week. You'll also be hearing the last animation that will play later. You'll be seeing it on your TV screens in the cafeteria, on campus TV, and you'll be hearing the song on your campus radio this week as well. On Thursday, we also have a debate, a dialogue, that will be happening in the Senate room at 6:30 on Thursday. At 5:30 until 8 o'clock on Thursday, 24 March. The venue is Wits University Main Campus Senate Room. And the theme and the discussion will be, does your vote matter? So we're unpacking further why your vote matters, and we want to hear your views. We'll also be giving a prize of some of the best speakers on that evening. One of the prizes will include that they get to participate in one of the IEC thought leadership sessions in the coming year. So it's a great, great opportunity, and we hope to see many of you do bring a friend to come and attend that dialogue as well on Thursday. The posters are up around campus, and Lesego will have shared as well, I'm sure, on your social media. Please follow us on social media, IEC. South Africa, on all social media platforms for more information about what's coming up at your campus this week as well. The last animation that we're going to play for you is one that was specially made for this constituency students. And in it, Voter becomes a rap star. And he is going to tell you why choosing is important. And this one is called Choose. Over to you, Voter.
Who can move me closer to my goal? For my people, for my home, I gotta play my role, I gotta take it to the poll. Choose your leaders, choose your voice, choose to vote. Who's in charge? Are they doing their job? And if they don't, it's up to us to hold them accountable. Without you and me, democracy's not possible. So if you're 16 years or older and you're a valid SAID holder, any time of the year you can register to vote. When election day comes, make your mark as a voter. This is my city, my country, my home. If you relate, it's not too late. Stay up to date, participate. Straight out the gate, it's no debate. You choose your fate. So do it now, don't wait. Don't wait. I have the power. Control. For more info or to check out your registration status, go to www.elections.org.za. SMS your ID number to 32810. SMS is charged at R1. Find us on social media at IEC South Africa or WhatsApp hi to 0600 88 0000.
Thank you very much. And that brings it to the end of my portion of the program. Before I leave the stage, I just want to thank my colleagues at the IEC who worked quite strenuously with SRC here, Lesego, to put this event together. We're very grateful to Makabo and Gineilo and Lesego for really putting everything together, but also for the IEC and the CEO for his support, for coming out here, and for Wits University Management, Dean September, for your support as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Sibanda.